Today I want to make homemade ramen soup. Let's see the ingredients on the bag and figure out what's inside. Wow! I don't know what they are with all chemical names. Anyhow, I know beef seasoning and some natural ingredient. So here we go. This is dashida. In Korean cuisine, we don't use chicken powder or chicken stock that much, but we use dashida so often, so common. So these are the ingredients I chose, all very fine powder. But one ingredient I can't find was a mushroom powder. So I decided to grind mine. Pyogo, as known as shiitake, they sell as a whole and they sell these kinds of slices. Whole one looks dry, but inside they are not completely dry. So better find these slices and make it completely dry and grind them. It took me quite long to make them very fine powder. And for chili powder, I tried with both Korean and local ones and there's not much difference, so I decided to use local one. If you have only chili flakes, you can sift to get fine chili powder. And last, to follow my recipe, you need a teaspoon of 5 ml and tiny spoon of 1 ml. Now let's begin the journey of homemade ramen soup. 2 teaspoons of dashida, 2 teaspoons of chili powder, fine black pepper 2 ml. Please look for a fine powder, not coarse one. Pyogo, shiitake powder 2 ml, garlic powder 1 ml. I couldn't find pure garlic powder this time, so I used this. Ginger powder 1 ml, onion powder 1 ml, sugar 1 ml, salt 2 ml. Our soup powder is ready and smells exactly the ramen soup powder. Now let's get ready. Soup powder and the noodle called ramen sari. They sell only the noodles without the soup base in Korean grocers. And my choice is otugi because their noodle is chewy and not soggy till the last bite. And we need fresh ingredients like carrot, spicy chili, and green onion. If you want it more spicy, add more fresh chili, not chili powder. More chili powder than my recipe will make soup too thick. And the last, we need vinegar, 1 ml. Let's boil the ramen. We need 550 milliliters of water. Add soup powder to cold water. Once it's boiling, add noodles and all veggie except half of green onion. Half of green onion I'll add later when it's done. Boil according to your noodle instructed cooking time. Mine was 4.5 minutes. When it's done, remove the heat and add remaining green onion and 1 milliliter of vinegar. Ta-da! Our homemade ramen is ready to taste. I must tell you, I'm so proud to share this recipe. You will be so shocked too. I had been drinking my ramen soup more than a month now, and I can say this is genuine. So good and you won't regret it. Try! But after I complete the first ramen soup, I wonder, is there any way I can cook ramen soup only with the fresh ingredient, even without the beef powder? So I try. I really try so many ways and methods, not only changing the ingredient, but also experimenting cooking methods. And this is what I concluded. Let's try cooking fresh version of ramen soup. These are the ingredients you need. And for ginger, I always slice and freeze them. Good tip for you? Since we are not using dashida, let's figure out what we need to add more than just beef. Interesting. Soy sauce powder, citric acid, and coconut. So I'll add soup soy sauce and vinegar and coconut flour. I tried stir-frying beef with coconut oil too, but it was okay, but a bit greasy. So I shredded or sliced all the ingredients cause we need perfect soup within 5 minutes. In case you cannot buy these thin sliced beef, freeze it for around 2 hours, or if it is frozen, thaw it in room temperature for 40 minutes and slice very thin like mine. Alright, all ingredients are ready. For second one, I can use same ramen noodles, or more healthy choices are available like these organic ramen noodles. It's your choice. Let's boil the second one. Unlike the first one, you need 700 milliliters of water. Once it's boiling, add all ingredients except the half of green onion. Add 2 tablespoons of soup soy sauce, which is 30 milliliter, chili powder 2 to 3 teaspoons, and add noodles, coconut flour 1 milliliter, black pepper 2 milliliter, salt 1 to 2 milliliters, and cover the lid to cook the noodles. Once it's done, add 1 milliliter of vinegar. Look, this ramen is a piece of fine dining. And the taste is so great. Very different from instant ramen, but has its own savory flavor in healthy way. Hi everyone. So today we made a homemade ramen soup. And you don't want to know how many bowls I had been drinking to complete this recipe. So first, we made a ramen soup base with all dry ingredients, and it is so good, just ramen. And if you serve this to your friend, they will all ask, "Oh, which ramen brand is it? It is quite new." Yeah, it's totally just ramen. But you cannot say that this is Shinramen or Jinramen, or this one is more like a specific brand, but it is just very good ramen in general, and with a more healthy ingredient, I can say. So second ramen, we made it with all fresh ingredient, right? And it was so good, yummy, healthy, but it cannot be like a instant ramen soup, because like dry apple is very different from the fresh apple, right? So second soup base was very healthy and very good, but it is quite different from the instant ramen soup. But it is more like a spicy beef, very, very good noodle soup. So you love it, you try it. Because some people really don't want to eat ramen because of health issues and health reason, right? So in that case, and if you are missing the ramen taste, you better try my recipe, the second recipe. And also the first recipe, I only used just one ingredient with a little bit of chemical something. Yeah, I don't know what it is, because I'm not I'm not majoring the nutrition science or something else. So, but I heard Dashida is not really a bad chemical flavor enhancer. Yeah. So, and Dashida and also the other MSG, I'll also shoot a video for a simple explanation. So you don't have to be really scared or very terrified about this kind of man-made flavor enhancer. Okay, and so try my recipe and you love it, and you have to please appreciate a little bit. I've been really worked so hard to develop this recipe, okay? And actually for me, in Korean, the first thing we had in our mind is a beef, So that's why I made it with the beef, and also most of the ramen soup base is beef. But now I know in worldwide the most common meat is a chicken. So should I continue develop the ramen recipe with the chicken? If you think so, and if you are really want that recipe, please leave a comment to encourage me. Okay, and also thinking about developing a vegetarian vegan ramen soup base, and if you're for it, please leave a comment to encourage me too. And this one is very actually hard, because unlike the other Korean cooking recipe, this ramen soup base was very challenging, because I really developed a new recipe, but I don't know, inspiration came and I need to do it, so that's why I did it. And so if you want to more recipe about ramen, please leave so many comments, so I can continue. Okay, and that's it for today, and see you next time, and thank you for your love and support. Thank you. Bye.